Let me first open the kwan. Okay, I think it's already there. Taon the class, ang kwan, ang slides. I mean,
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, so first we're going to discuss about memory. Okay, memory. But before anything else, uh, does any one of you knows how, I mean, we're going to discuss about data representation. Ginaka mo binary and mathematics before? Binary arithmetic. Kagi ka mo sila sa first year? Anyone?
Siguro, sir. Okay, sir.
What I get. Now, ang ato nandi is maintindihan ta how the data is being converted. So, somewhat what I mentioned ang binary arithmetic, but only the logic of how data is being converted. So, you should be aware kung ano ang aton nga ginatawag nga binary conversions, kumbaga. Now here, first, we are going to discuss about data representation. Na-upload ko na rin sa inyo ng Google Classroom, and still, in your review process, you need to open this up and you're going to review, because ang deepening process in is that some of the parts here, some of the details here, base hindi ko man matotally discuss sa inyo, but it will be explained using the handouts, okay? Or this one, the notes. Data representation. Now, to understand how a computer processes data, you should know how a computer represents data. People communicate through speech by combining words into sentences. Human speech is analog because it uses continuous waveform signals that vary in strength and quality. Most computers are digital. Okay? Again, most computers are digital. They recognize only two discrete states, on and off. The two digits 0 and 1 easily can represent these two states, no? The digit 0 represents electronic state of off, or the absence of electronic charge. The digit 1 represents the electronic state of on, which presence of an electronic charge. Okay? So, kuryente na may kuryente kag wala kuryente. That's how your computer understands basically any languages. Bits and bytes. Ano ni? When people count, they use 10 digits in decimal system, no? 0 through 9. The computer, by contrast, uses binary system because it recognizes only two states. Again, binary, from the word by, meaning dua. The binary system is a number system that has just two unique digits, 0 and 1, called bits. Okay, bits. Mga bits, the smallest unit of of a information sa computer. A bit, again, is the smallest unit of data where the computer can process. No? By itself, a bit is not very informative. No? Baga, though it's only but a part of an information. But when 8 bits are grouped together as a unit, they form a byte. A byte provides enough different combinations of 1s and 0 to represent 256 different characters. These characters include numbers, uppercases, and lowercase letters of the alphabet, punctuation marks, and other keyboard symbols such as asterisk and ampersand and dollar sign. Ari class ang examples ng bits and bytes. Are. In this illustration class, ang una ning sa ibabaw ning row is a symbol of 8-bit byte for letter E. So each one here, each do suga niyo is 1 bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bit. And this one represents 1 byte. And it is a letter E, a capital letter E. The second one here, the row, is also an 8-bit byte for the symbol asterisk. Ariya may aldio. Kita niya? And the third one is an 8-bit byte for number 6. This is number 6 ulit. Okay? And this is governed by what you call coding scheme, no? A set of alphanumeric characters, letters and numbers, and special symbols to sequence of numeric values that a computer can process. Amo na tawag siya nga ASCII, which stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So they are all being governed by a ASCII nga standard, kumbaga. Okay? 8 bits grouped together as a unit are called a byte. A byte represents a single character in a computer or a mobile device. Okay? Tandaan na. Now, kung magamit ka mo keyboard sa inyo computer, now in this example, desktop computer ang ginagamit. So, ara sa step 1, may tumukon ka din nga letra nga T, capital T. O, rin mga tabo. Sa step 1, may tumukon ka din be. Dili sa mga kanto dayon sa step 2, ang computer niyong masalo. The scan code here, dire, for the capital letter T is sent to the electronic circuitry in the computer. Halin sa input device ninyo. Ang tumukon ka din be capital T, oh. No? May ara na sa tawag na scan code for capital letter. Dili na sa naman tupa sa step 2. And sa step 3, the electronic circuitry in the computer converts the scan code for capital letter to ASCII. Convert din na. And then, stores it in the memory for processing. Pag-process na niya, ma-output na niya sa dayon, the binary code for the capital letter T is converted to an image and displayed on the output. So that's how it goes, no, basically. Amo nang iya nga flow. Input, process, output. That's how the computer works. Next. The figure shows how a letter T is converted into a binary form and back, no? Kuan siya, ano sini? Nagapasa-pasa sang data. Now it asks here why coding scheme are necessary, because computers rely on logic circuits which are controlled by electronic switches whose state can be either on or off. Each switch on or off state is represented by 1 bit whose value is either 0 or 1. Coding schemes translate real-world data into a form that computers can process easily. Okay? Because dasig ang computer ta. Pag tumok na magwa na yan, hindi ka muna ka di para hara na gari. Now, memory. Okay, memory. Amo na ni. Dili na ta. Gina binary representation ta dire. No? This is how basically it goes, no? Kung paano mag-convert ang computer. Now, the next part sa atong discussion is about memory. And memory plays a lot of role sa atong tawag binary processes sa aton nga computer. Memory. Right. consists of electronic components that stores instructions waiting to be executed by the processor, data needed by those instructions, and the resource of processing the data and information. Kumbaga. Memory usually consists of one or more chips on the motherboard or some other circuit board in the computer. Memory stores three basic categories of items. Now, ano ini? Una, the operating system and other program that control or maintain the computer and its devices. Okay? Ano siya tawag naton nga basic input-output system na BIOS, kumbaga. Second, applications that carry out specific tasks such as word processing. Amo naman na siya nga tawag naton niya nga sa function sa inyong application software. It also allocates the amount of space para maglaga ng inyong applications. And the third part is the data being processed by the applications and the resulting information. Until mag-output sa monitor, ma-allocate siya na isang address para sa inyong memory na kung sa diin ma-display siya sa monitor or basi ma-printa siya sa output sa memory sa inyong printer. Alright? There are two basic output devices mo nang sa inyong computer Basic katama, we have printer and monitor, no? Purposive na sila Of course, we have also the sound, no? We have also the sound, but in terms of purposive output, dako blang nga bulig, we have the monitor and the printer. Bytes and addressable memory. Ano ni siya? A byte or a character is the basic storage unit in memory. When an application's instruction and data are transferred to memory from storage device, the instruction and data exist as bytes, no? Halin sa class sa inyong hard drive, isaylo sa RAM, no? Antes na magkadto ang inyong program sa RAM, may tagyatawag nga addresses. Ako sa diin dira na ginabutang ang inyo bytes of programs or instructions. Each byte resides in temporarily in a location memory that has an address. Simply put, an address is a unique number that identifies the location of a byte in memory to access the data or instruction in memory, and the computer references the address that contain bytes of data. Now, for example, now the whole crowd here is an example of a memory bank or a memory bank. For example, 1 gig mo. Now the empty chairs there represents what you call addresses. Addresses. And each chair may taho nga pungko, may araman wala. And those people are actually a representation of what you call byte, byte. The people here that are sitting in the chairs are an example of a byte. So when your computer tries to put something or tries to put instructions in your memory, it actually puts it in different addresses nga ang inyong instruction makapungko sa ginatawag naton memory addresses. Makapungko sila. And by the time nga i-call sa inyong computer, dira naman siya ga-write kag ginapangita na ang addresses nga ginatawag naton. Kag dira na ihugot pagwa ang program. Manufacturer state size of memory in terms of number of bytes it has available for storage. Common size of memory are in gigabytes range. A gigabyte equals approximately 1 billion bytes. Alright? So again, this figure seats in the stadium are similar to address in memory. A seat holds one person at a time, and the location in memory holds a single byte, and both seat and byte can be empty. Now, there are two types of memory. The two types of memory are the following. We have the volatile and the non-volatile. Ang volatile, amo na siya ang memory na kung pagkasugod mo, ang pagpaandar mo, ara na siya. Pagpatay mo, madula na siya. Madula ang ginahold yung memory. No? That's why it's called volatile. Kaya mga volatile, nag-evaporate siya ang ina nga material. A volatile memory usually holds instruction para sa inyong computer nga input and output, no? Now, example, ang inyong computer has what you call updated time, no? Updated ang time niya. So, by the time nga magkuhan siya, nga mag-release ang computer sa program, pagkapatay, ang pitsa nga kadula man. No? Madula man siya. When the computer's power is turned off, no, it loses its content. While a non-volatile memory, by contrast, does not lose its content when the power is removed from the storage. Thus, volatile memory is temporary and non-volatile memory is permanent. RAM is the most common type of volatile memory. No? Ang aton RAM, random access memory. And examples of non-volatile memory include ROM, flash memory, and CMOS, which will be explained later. Ha? Ang ining mga ROM, amo ni ginagamit kung mag-store ka mo sa instruction and also where your kernel resides. Na? Ang flash memory, yan sa inyo phones. And the CMOS, ara sa computer ninyo. Sa computer ninyo. Okay? Ang CMOS ninyo, muna siya may karga, kaya mo yung battery sa inyo nga computer, nga mga daw button battery, 5 volts na inakarga na sa inyo nga motherboard. And it will drain for some time, tinuig. And you just have to replace it. RAM. Users typically referring to RAM when discussing computer and mobile device memory. RAM, also called as the main memory. Tandaan nyo na klasa, there are interchangeable terms na gamiton. RAM and also the main memory are basically the same. Consists of memory chips that can be read from and written to by processor and other devices. When you turn on power to a computer or mobile device, certain operating system files, such as file that determine how desktop or home screen appears, load into RAM. Ang inyo na mga screensaver na black glass, mga screen pictures, basically, gina-load na sa RAM, pero ginahugot yun na sa hard drive ninyo. Nagahugot ang inyong computer system para mag-display sa iya mga content para na paano sila may anak mo pre-existing or startup sequence of instructions ang tawag natin. The processor interprets and executes a program or application instruction while the program or application is in RAM, no? Ara pang sa level ng RAM ninyo, dira na ga-interpret diling computer ninyo, way pa na siya na naog sa ibang area. And during this time, the contents of RAM may change, no? It may change. Of course, gina-process mo. RAM can accommodate multiple programs and applications simultaneously. And here is an example, class, of how the program instructions transfer in and out of RAM. So, step 1, pag-anda sa computer nyo, siyempre, gina-load nila nga na ang tawag natin user interface. Wala, ginaya. Okay? From hard drive, from the operating system instruction to RAM to monitor. Step 2, paandar ka mo browser. Communicate mo na siya sa inyong RAM, ang hard drive, nakastore sa imong computer nga hard drive, Firefox or Chrome, Edge, then displays it in the monitor screen. Kita nyo man ang ilang standard interfaces. Okay? And step 3, if you can take a notice, ang inyong computer browser gindugangan sa isa ka program which is the MS Paint. No? May Paint. Now, this is already multi-threading. Kumbaga, two programs are active, are actively open lang galit, no? In-open lang sa kadua, duals lang in-open, but basically ang forefront mo da nga program is ang ginakuti mo gid subong. For example, ang una mo na inakuti ang parte sa Internet Explorer. And then when a program class releases, ari sa step 4, when a program releases or when a computer exits an application, what happens is that the load sa memory yun ang nakadula. So, ang inyong computer, to make it more faster, you need to eliminate all those programs. Hindi man kilanahan nun. Sometimes, ang ibanda, di gid na kilanahan nun. Though, paduding lang gid. Paduding na mga program. Pero kisa kalapakan, sa ka-open. So, what happens is that it brings out again another issue about speed. Speed sa computer ninyo. So, the best thing you're going to do for that is kung wala ka may ginagamit sa ibang program, isirado nyo gid, i-close nyo gid siya. Okay? Most RAM is volatile, sige nang kadula, which means it loses its content when power is removed from the computer. For this reason, you must save any data, instruction, information you may need to in the future. In saving is the process of copying data, instructions, information from the RAM to the storage. Okay? That's your hard drive. Okay? That's the reason why tanan nyo nga files, pag exit ninyo, is-save nyo gid dayon. Save nyo gid dayon. Eh kung hindi nyo man na-save, hindi gina siya ma-open na sunod adlaw. Alright? And there are two types of RAM. We have dynamic RAM and the static RAM. Now, let us try to examine what are these. Ang tawag na ito ng dynamic RAM or DRAM, pronounced as DRAM. Chips must be re-energized constantly or they lose their contents. No? Many variations of DRAM chips exist. Most of these are faster than the basic DRAM. No? And the next one is the static RAM or SRAM now, pronounced as SRAM. Chips are faster than and more reliable than any variations of DRAM chip. These chips do not have to be re-energized as often as DRAM chips. Now, hence, the term static or SRAM. Chips, however, are more expensive. Mahal. A special type or special applications such as cache use RAM chips, SRAM chips. A later section in this module discuss cache now. But here we go, the 6.1 or 6-1. We have there the SDRAM, DDR, SDRAM, DDR2 and DDR3 and DDR4. Now, which of you nakabati na sa mga type of RAMs? Base ang iban sino nakasumalang na ni. Ako nga memory actually is DDR4, no? Wala ko pa matilawan ang RDRAM nga Rambus DRAM. Wala ko pa siya matilawan, but DDR2, 3 and 4 na testingan no gina na siya, no? Especially sang pag-andar gid sang paggawa gid sang Dota. Ano din nagbantog ang mga computers, tulpid sila ng malahal. And here we go again, my tips na diyo. If you are shopping for a new computer or looking to upgrade your existing computer, be sure it will have a sufficient memory. Ara, tandaan nyo ginaay. When a computer has insufficient memory, its performance can slow significantly. On the other hand, it will be unnecessary expense to purchase computer with more memory than you will ever use. The following steps describe how to determine memory requirements. Now, if you're upgrading the memory in your existing computer, determine the following: amount of memory currently installed, amount of memory computer can support, type of memory modules concurrently installed, and then whether your memory modules must be installed in pairs, then numbers of available slots for memory modules. Okay? Now determine the amount of memory computer requires by checking the memory requirements. But I will not read the 2 and 3, no? It's an opinion actually by the author. Though ang number 1 holds true. Ang sa akon lang ya, ang memory requirement, bisan tuod, hindi ka pa magambal nga kilanhan mo dako nga memory requirement. I strongly advise nga i-kuha nyo gid yung memory nyo, i-optimize nyo gid. No? Kaya ang inyo computer magdugay, nag-depreciate ang speed. So if you only bought about 1 gig of memory, maabot na ang time nga malag na ang imo computer, and by the time nga maglag imo computer, mabatyagan mo gina nga ang imo nga screen hinay-hinay mag-load, hinay mag-generate sang niya results. But with a memory that is higher than expected, your computer may degrade it for a while, but the degradation can be still be negligible. Tapos gyapon magobra kay ang imo computer dasig siya gyapon, kita siya memory mo. The memory actually, class, is the muscle of your computer. That's the muscle of your computer. The bigger the memory in terms of size, the greater is the muscular power of your computer. Okay? And also, memory modules, again, RAM chips usually reside on the memory module, which is small circuit board. Memory slots on the motherboard hold memory modules. Okay, and these two types of memory modules are what you call SIM and DIMM. Ang SIM meaning a single inline memory module. It has pins on the opposite side of the circuit board and connect to form a single set of contacts. While a DIMM is a dual inline memory module. By contrast, the pins on the opposite sides of the circuit board do not connect and thus form two sets of contacts. Ara klaso? Muna siya. Ang sa left side is the same single inline memory module, and on the right side is the dual inline memory module na ginatawag. No? Ang SIM medyo malagka-lagka iya nga mga tiniil. Ang sa DIMM medyo madukot-dukot, magutok-gutok. So which is your preferred memory? Again, it is not you who chooses this memory, it's the motherboard who chooses your memory. Ano na yung significansya, ang requirements siya sa memory kay isa ka motherboard, amo na yang i-follow nimo. Hindi ka mo kapili memory module actually. Makapili lang ka mo brand, but it is somewhat designed ang mga memories para hindi sila magsala-sala. Kumbaga, cache. Anong cache? Kwarta ang cache. Cache is today, most of today's computers improve their processing times with cache, pronounced cache. Okay. Now we also have here two types of cache. We have memory cache and the disk cache. Okay. Mauna ta sa memory cache. Helps speed the processes of computer because it stores frequently used instructions and data. Most personal computers today have two types of memory cache. We have the level 1 or the L1 cache and the level 2 cache, and some has what you call level 3 nga cache. Ari example wa. Okay. There. Right. Now when the processor needs an instruction or data, it searches memory in this order. Tandaan nyo gid class ha. Si processor kung mangita sa nga tawag naton instruction or data, diri sa gauna lantaw kay L1, and then kay L2, and then kay L3. Okay? L1, L2, and L3. So, ang inyo nga cache nga level 1, makita nyo na siya class sa inyo nga processor chip. Okay? Processor chip L1. Si L2 is also found in your processor chip. However, hinay ni siya. Hinay. Okay? L1 among dasig, pero gamay capacity. L2, hinay capacity, hinay ang mag-process, pero mas dako ang iya nga in terms of what you call transfer rate. L3, ang L3 nyo makita sa motherboard ninyo. Very important gini class nga makaintindi kamo sini. Kaya tanan nila nga mga internal processes antes mag-load ang operating system nyo nga Windows or any operating system, dili sila na yung mainaway sa L1, sa L2 kag sa inyong RAM. Okay? ROM, read-only memory. Ang ROM ninyo class, amo niya ang makita ninyo sa inyong mga devices nga kung sa diin hindi lang sa computer makitaan pero sa iban pagid nga mga appliances. It refers to a memory chip storing permanent data and instruction. The data on most ROM chips cannot be modified. Seldom na ma-modify class. Hence the name read-only ROM is used. And ROM is non-volatile, which means its content are not lost when power is removed from the computer. Again, I have mentioned a while ago about appliances, ang ROM. Bala ka mo nga, ang inyo bala rice cooker, hindi inyo bala nga, ang inyo bala nga refrigerator, may mga refrigerator, subang may mga remote control, kita mo na. Diba? Ang inyo aircon, may remote control, di ba? Tanan sila na, may ginatawag nga ROM. May ROM na sila. Hindi lang computer, hindi lang cellphone, but also selected appliances nga ga-require sang user intervention. Even gani ang inyong ang inyo na blang microwave oven, it has also a so-called ROM. Mga digital microwave oven. Refrigerator, of course, may ROM. And then also ang relo ninyo, may ROM na. Calculator, kanimi haraman na ROM. No? These ROM chips called firmware contain permanently written data, instructions, or informations such as computer or mobile device startup instruction. So mag-andar ang inyong computer o kung ang mobile device ninyo, gagamit siya sang ROM or read-only memory. But also take note class ang inyong aircon, ang inyong mga digital appliances, may ara na. Plus mas ang TV may ara na. Flash memory, a type of non-volatile memory that can be erased electronically and rewritten. And most common computers use flash memory to hold their startup instructions because it allows the computer to update its content easily. For example, when the computer changes from standard time to daylight saving time, the contents of the flash memory chip and the real-time clock chip change to reflect the new time. Ang relo ninyo, kung isla ninyo ang time, naga-connect man na siya directly sa computer, kagina change siya man na to. A flash memory chips also stored data and programs on any mobile devices and peripherals device such as smartphones, portable media players, printers, digital cameras, automotive devices, and digital voice recorder. No? Flash memory mo lang li. When you enter names and addresses in a smartphone, for example, a flash memory chip stores the data. Some portable media player stores music on flash memory. Others stores music on tiny hard drives or memory cards. And memory cards contain flash memory on a removable device instead of a chip. So all of this, flash memory, gamay, ang gamay-gamay na, they're being utilized as a storage device. Only then, you can store it, but the problem there is, ang mga gamit, kung gamay, sigdasig mag-overheat. So, hindi siya pwede sa dalagkuanay nga negosyo. Hindi pwede. Hindi siya pwede sa dalagkuanay specs. May-hari naman din, oh. May-hari naman din. So, this is a tip again. You just have to read that one. The next is a CMOS. Some RAM chips, flash memory chips, and other memory chips use complementary metal oxide semiconductor. That's the abbreviation of the word CMOS. CMOS technology, because it provides high speed, consumes little power, and CMOS technology uses battery power to retain information. Nanta ka mo example sa computer. Ang computer niyo may battery na sa sulod. Coin battery or button battery. I guess it's coin battery. 5 volts. 5 volts. No? 5 ka voltahe or 5 lang. 5. 5 ang voltahe niya. So, inang instructions will retain if the battery power is sustained. Meaning, magdaan-daan siya, i-islan mo na. So, again, I think that's it for the memory. Okay, muna itong sa memory. Before ko mag-proceed sa next na topic, no, about memory access time. At tapusun talaga kami ari pa sa memory access time. Ang dason tagali is adapters na memory access time. Now, I will just make my own interpretation based on this. We have our own human time. Ang human time goes like this. We spend hours, probably minutes, seconds, probably split of a seconds in what you call the milliseconds in order to do things on our own. That's what you call the human time. No? May human time ka. Bali, ang extent sang movement kataho based on the human's capacity, no? Based on the speed of the human being in making the most out of its available time. Okay? Probably the fastest we can do is millisecond, no? But sa computer time, ang ginatawag natin, ang millisecond is the slowest para sa iya. Slowest. Okay? And ang fastest niya is picosecond. This is what you call the computer time. And it's something to do with your memory access time. So, kung magpasulod ka sa iya sang instructions, it executes in more or less based on their timetable sa computer. Diba? Computers can do instructions in a picosecond na speed, while we can do things as fast as we can, probably in milliseconds. Most of it are minutes, no? So you have to imagine that a memory accesses and executes the what you call this, the passing of data in what you call computer time. Okay? Okay. Any questions, any clarifications before tayo proceed sa next topic? Anyone? Hello?
None, sir.
Silverlight. Oh, isa lang.
Third, sir.
Nan. Hindi ka mo sine? Jerry.
So far.
No, so far. Oh, pamangkot. Pamangkot. Thank you. Pamangkot. Kung magbalay ka mo computer, anong una nyo ginalantaw? Anong una ninyo ginapangita gid? Kung magbalay ka mo computer. Anyone?
Magano computer, sir?
Magbalay bla, mag-assemble.
Okay.
No? Kagi na ka mo assemble computer.
Processor, sir?
Processor, okay.
Okay, sir.
Ano to? Which one?
Motherboard.
Motherboard.
Memory, sir?
Memory. Ano pa? Okay, una to si Jerry. Jer, anong ginauna mo lang tao gani?
Ang processor, sir.
Ano ang ana sa processor nga una mo ginalantaw ang processor?
Kay may depende sa processor, sir, ang performance plus ang computer plus, sir. May ara gid ya classes ang processor nga mas classic sa mag-process mga task compared sa other mga processor, sir.
Thank you, Jerry. How about si Richmond? Anong nalantaw mo, Rich?
Memory, sir.
Memory. Why memory?
Sa ginalantaw ko sa kay ang iyasa nga storage bila sir kung dako or gamay. Itong gamay sir bigaw na sir kung nasa puno.
Memory, kasi ko puno. Oh, sige. Sino pa tulong sa bat gani? Sino pa to?
Si Dan, sir.
Dan. Kaya Dan.
Sir.
Motherboard.
Oo, sir.
Why motherboard?
Kay pareho black ang hinasang itong bulb, sir. Hindi ka kapili sa ibang nga parts. Hindi ka pa gusto pili sa ibang nga parts kay nakadepende sa imong motherboard.
Okay. Sige, i-confirm na karon ko nga kung ano gina ang pinakanami gid nga sa bata. Itanawon ta na karon. Now first, before ta mag-proceed sa ina nga mga detalye, kadtuan ta ini anay ho. Adapters. Adapters. Okay? May-ari pa gid sa babaw din access time niyo, basahon nila ni karon kung maka-time ka mo. Dili ko sa adapters Adapters in the circuitry today in the computer integrates all necessary functionality, Some require additional capabilities in form of adapters. Desktop server use cards. Mobile use USB adapters. Okay? Adapter cards, or sometimes called expansion card or adapter board, is a circuit board that enhances the function of a compute component of a desktop or server system unit, or provides connections to the peripheral devices. An expansion slot is a socket on desktop or server motherboard that can hold an adapter card. Ari klaso, ari lang muna sa kilala na. Okay. Ang mga white niyo, ang brown na niyo, are what you call the expansion slots. Dira na ginabutang ang expansion card ginatawag. And there are two popular expansion cards actually. One is for your video card and the other one is for your sound card. There are still lots of expansion card, but famous gid katama ang popular gini ang video card kag ang sound card na ginahambal nila. Okay? These are the adapter cards available over the market, You have the Bluetooth type, the MIDI. Kung may connect ka mga piano, modem, kung may ara ka mga telepono, may mo yung computer na telepono. Ang network, of course, if you want to go over the internet, you need to have an Ethernet port or need to have a network card. Next is sound. Connects to speaker or microphone, then TV tuner, and USB, and then the video. So, may hanap pag video capture, So most of it, no, amo na yung ginagamit for the expansion card. Now, normally, ang inyong computer, why gini isang expansion card unless mabakal ka mo. But, there are times na gusto nyo improvements, no? Or gusto nyo sang more services na makuha sa inyong computer. Especially if you are a musician and if you go for video, takdan mo ganyan video capture, yung takdan mo ganyan sang mayo nga sound card ng imong computer. Okay? Today's computer are all plug and play. Basically, pagkabakal mo, pagtakod, andar na yun. O ay ka nga problema. Only then if daw medyo daw specific ang driver niya, which we have discussed also last time, ang driver niya download nyo sa iyang website or sa vendor mismo. Okay. And another here, no, may hari pag siya ng mga advice diyo. Kamo na nabasa kas karon na. For the son. Your USB adapters is also used, no, as part of your expansion sa inyong computer. But then your computer, kung lag ko, you use expansion cards. Kung gagmay, like for example, desktop, mini computer, no, nung gagmay naman pang pisonet, hindi siya kasarang. So, much better if you use your USB adapters. Okay, USB adapters ang gamiton nyo. It has a Wi-Fi, USB adapter, may haraman USB adapter as a disk, may haraman USB adapter as part of your remote control unit, no, remote control dongle ninyo. So that's it. That's how it really goes now, no, sa bagong technology. Your USB adapter inserts into USB port on computer or mobile device, no. Okay? Alright. So let's pause for a while. Okay, let's pause for a while though puno na ang akon nga memory sang when you are going to use these buses, no, sa inyong computer and recognize their value is that if ang inyong data bus is built on a 32-bit version or 64-bit na version, your data buses again handles the transfer of your data in bits and bytes. Okay? Now, for example, this one, no? Ang data bus is again used to transfer actual data and the address bus is used to transfer information about where the data should reside in the memory, just like this one. Now, ang inyong data bus like this one, sa example, ang ining data bus, ang example is an 8-bit na bus width, no? May bus width na siya tawag. Ang bus width, amo ni siya ang the size of your bus, no? Determines the number of bits that a computer can transmit at one time. For example, 32-bit bus can transmit 32 bits or 4 bytes at a time. And then on a 64-bit bus, bits transmit from one location to another 64 bits or 8 bytes at a time. So ang inyong mga data ang kasulod sa inyo from your input device are basically has a fixed bit width, no? May fixed na bit width. Kung nadumduman nyo kayo na ang ASCII characters to black, may ngarat na sang schematic ng kwan, may tawag na pattern, may scheme nga tawag, no? They are all appearing on the 8-bit, usually 8-bit na gini siya. So ang computer mo kung mag transfer sa isang file on an 8-bit na data, kung 32-bit ang gamit mo, mas dasig. But if you use 8-bit, hinay. Okay? Hinay siya. So the higher the bus width, or what you call the bus speed, or the bigger the bus speed, the better para sa inyong computer, no? Now it says here a 32-bit bus is like 32-lane highway, and a 64-bit bus is like 64-lane highway. So that's the analogy, class, nga mas labo damo ang maaagyan sa 32-bit bus compared sa 64-bit nga bus. Do you understand, class? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh. So, ginapahangop ko lang sa inyo ni class kay tungod nga ang aton Fermi assumption is the higher the higher the processor, the memory, the better for us, the faster it gets. But it's not the way it is, no? So, it's basically starts with the bus speed, nga tawag na to. Now, ang inyong bus speed, no? Ang inyong bus speed, now this one is just a explanation. But here, this is the most important part. The types of buses. A computer has a system bus, possibly a backside bus and an expansion bus. A system bus, also called as front side bus, is part of your motherboard that connects to the processor at connects the processor to main memory. Abot singalon sa RAM. Ang connection between the RAM and your processor, what you call front side bus. The connection between your processor to the cache, processor to cache, L1, L2, L3, no, is what you call your backside bus. And what connects your computer's expansion bus or expansion cards to your from processor to peripheral device is what you call expansion bus. Okay? So what happens is that kung magbakal ko yung computer, ang ginauna akong gipamangkot is ano ang pinakataas ninyo nga motherboard, may pinakataas na ginatawag naton bus transfer, or sometimes ma-shortcut lang mo system bus. Magkuton yung supplier anong pinakanami nyo nga motherboard nga may taas nga bus system, no? Kay hindi sila kay sa manual nabutang na mo. So mangkuton mo gid. Kung pamangkuton makuha mo nang imo nga answer nga kung ano pinakanami o pinakadasig nga system bus, that's the time you select your processor, your memory, and then your hard drive and your video card, and so on and so forth. You know why? Anon mo ang dasig nga processor, anon mo dasig nga memory, anon mo dagko nga hard drive if hindi maka transfer sang insakto kay tungod nga nubo ang bus speed sang imo nga motherboard. Ang pakita na lang akong dasig imo motherboard pigaw kapasidad sang imo alagyan, hindi gid kaagi ang mayo ang data. Amo na nga katabo sa mga pisonet, di ba la? Sa pisonet bakod ang symbol sang kuan, ang bakod gid ang pag-symbol sang computer. Pwerte gid ka bakod. Installan Windows 10. Installan Windows 7, balon din ng customer nga mayo na sa ma'am, mayo na sa sir. Kuang gina ng class A gina kaya halin na sa Japan. Bakal man ang tawo, no? Knowing the fact nga ang computer nila is only Core 2 Duo. Core 2 Duo. Okay. Knowing the fact nga ang ila computer hindi kasarang tanto, di ang guwa sila bisan na pa kanami sa imong operating system kay kumo nga hinay ang imong unit in terms of bus speed, why ba nagyapon pulos? It will all be put into waste. Why ginaya? Balda gina. Okay? So if mag-buy ka mo computer, if mag-buy ka mo sang tawag naton nga bag-o pasad na computer, ang tawo nyo gid anay ang speed sang inyong motherboard. Okay? And along with the speed sang inyong motherboard, tandaan nyo mga class, when your computer is fast, it is also prone to what you call the siya also for what you call the ano ni gani panawag siya ni overheat. So, it goes right now with computers, nga sakto na mga rogue computers or rigged computers nga if they're buying brand new units, hindi na siya display lang ang mga cooling system because sigurado, even ang motherboard, kung ikapol mo, nag-init na siya. No? So, in order to arrest the high temperature transfer, you need to put a cooling system sa inyong system. Put a cooling system where the major parts of your computer is being put into a ventilated temperature. Okay? That's the idea. Okay? And of course, here's the most simple part. Kilala nyo ka muna kung ano na eh? Kilala nyo na, class?
Power supply.
Okay. Power supply. Okay, power supply, no? Simple na yan katama, power supply. Why na yan, gamo, power supply. Hindi ka mo na. Hindi ka mo na manol-manol. Hindi, sa laptop ni, no? Pero, aring hindi... Pila ang voltage na kilanhan sa halin sa pader para makakuha power ang computer niya? Pila gani?
220, sir.
Yes, 220. Sa Philippines. Sa Philippines. Kung sa Amerika, 110. 110 lang sa Amerika. But ang inyong computer can also handle up to 250. Ang inyong power supply can handle up to 250 volts. Higher than that, tandaan nyo again, higher than that, it will kill your power supply. It will really kill your power supply. Malupok lang na siya. And I hope hindi maigo in your computer. Your computer has what you call system fans, no? System fans, which is attached also to your motherboard. And then your computer system fans allows you to be controlled from time to time depende sa application ninyong ginagamit. Katilaw ka mo pandar sa inyong computer, naghampang ka mo games, pamatiin nyo ba lang ragungrong sang fan sa inyong processor o sa inyong video card. Daw kinta ang lagan mo. Okay. Kapila ka revolutions per minute as per second naman. Totoo, grabe gid yung tiyog sang fan mo. Magampang ka mo games, nagapamersa ang computer nyo. Amo na normal lang na nga ang isa computer, mayo ang iya cooling system. Kung magampang ka mo sa mga Need for Speed, gampang ka mo Dota, normal na yan. Ito nga pamersa ang computer, inaubos siya ang tanan-tanan ng resources mo. Huh? So normal na sa tanan ng computer na may high ventilation kag cooling system para hindi sila mag-overheat, hindi magbalda eh. Kung magtama ka init, balda naman ang inyong computer. That's the big idea actually. Okay? And some external peripheral devices such as your cable, modem, speakers, or printer have an AC adapter. If you are going to take a look at it, no? Amo ning inyo computer, amo ning inyo battery, amo ning inyo cellphone, amo ning battery, no? So this one are very basic, no? Pero why is it dinapakita ko din sa inyo? It's because sometimes some of us really don't know kung anong ginapagamit. Mayon ta magamit, hindi ta kabalo mag-ukay, no? So if mag-ukay ka mo, make sure nga you really understand what you are doing. Okay? Now your computer and also in the other your mobile devices right now has different setup, no? May different setup din sila. Sometimes yung imo ko cellphone, ang battery hindi makakas. And sometimes ang laptop niya may battery, hindi man makakas. No? So you should be mindful kung di lang nyo baklon ang unit nga makakas-kakas ang battery or ang unit nga hindi makakas-kakas ang battery. Think, no, grabe gina yan. Like Macintosh, I think ang Mac hindi makakas ang battery. And some smartphones, hindi man makakas ang battery. I don't know for what reason. Tampering ko, hindi na pwede sila. No? Alright. So that's it. Okay, class, everybody, now turn on your cameras. That's it na for for this afternoon. Okay? So, I hope may nakabulig ko sa inyo. Ang isa gito nga ang isa ginatandaan ko di sa atong discussion today is about the system bus. Ang system bus gid. Because ang system bus na ini ang iya nga ni nga explanation medyo do ka may bit of confusion. When you say bus sa aton niya mo nang ginasakyan. But when you say bus sa computer, amo niya ang ginaagyan. No? So there are two contradictions kumbaga. But in a way, when you say system bus or bus systems, ini para sa computer, ang gaagi da bus. Okay? Bus systems, ang gaagi is bus. Ang sa aton niya, sa aton real world, bus lang niya. Ang ginaagyan, of course, streets. Okay? In computer again, there is bus systems where buses are passing through with the data with them. And these bus systems are basically set up and depende sa ilang architecture. We have 32-bit bus system and we also have 64-bit bus system. Just imagine, Sauli, may operating system that will have 128 bus systems. Siguro, manog hiccup pa lang kamo sa MS Word, ga-open na siya, no? Manog save pa lang kamo, ga-save na siya. 128 bus system, sigdasig na class. And probably another 256 bus system. But siguro, banta ko guro ang inyo na computer, mag-hiccup kamo sila, guro mapasok na kamo sa kainit. Tungod na grabe ang data ni na carry yan. No? So, the greater the bus system, tandaan nyo yung class, for now, technology is directly proportional to what you call the heat consumption. The more it is nga ang bus system dako, the more it dissipates heat. Mainit siya. And I hope our technology will improve from some other time siguro. I hope it will para hindi mo kita matamaan. Okay? Sige, class. We have finished early, no? Finished early. And I think that would be all for this afternoon. So thank you very much gid sa pagkantonyo again, no? Gakon sa mga man ko gido nang nagsanay naman. Sinisagit na sa may mo din. Anyway, tomorrow, no? Let's do this again, no? There are some things we still need to discuss. Until Thursday, kapag Friday, quiz naman ta ginagmay, no? So, we will going to have topics na malasa again. And I hope it will be purposive to each and every one of you. Okay? So, it's already 4:03 in the afternoon. That would be all for this afternoon. Thank you very much, class, for being with me. Have a nice day, class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.